time as per cast
We're exactly at the time that we felt like hitting the button.
A cast strength is never late.
Oh, you hit the button, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Sheesh. Very aggressive tonight already. I like this energy. This is good.
Well, welcome to Cast Strength, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Welcome or whatever. Episode 94.
Yeah. 94.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Joking around, hitting the button and actually hitting the button.
Well, that's the stuff. That's the stuff dreams are made of.
I don't have dreams.
So tonight we're having some pours that come from bottles that we like, the design of or the label or just cool bottles that we like. And I started off with some. This is typically not the type of bottle style that I would like. But because it is certainly the only one of its kind in my entire collection, it's kind of unique and I like it. And that is the Jack Single Barrel.
Nice.
They are really, it's a very, I get that real bourbon-y feel, real southern feel to it. Real classy, it's almost like a decanter. And I normally am not that kind of person that likes real extravagant, fancy looking bottles, but this one is really classy and neat, and I like it. And I also really do enjoy the rye inside too. So that's what I started off with.
Nice.
Very nice.
I pulled out Compass Box Phenomenology.
Yeah.
Compass Box always has just great labels and stuff.
Yeah. And again, the ability to phase in and out of reality.
I mean, that's Compass Box for you. They do what they want. Reality or otherwise.
I'm not going to say that that's going to be the only Compass Box that comes out tonight.
I mean, that's probably expected.
We're all going to have a Compass Box tonight, but
so I kind of broke with you guys just for my first pour because, as we all know, Perseverance has landed on Mars.
Yes.
I'm drinking some Supernova in
super
that
super duper appropriate.
That's a tasty one too.
Yeah, it is.
Mike, you haven't seen or heard anything, okay? And this has nothing to do with what's currently happening with any space activity, okay?
Quick, don't observe them.
Brad just transported that bottle of Phenomenology directly to Mars.
Sure. There's a reason I'm using a virtual background, so let's just put it that way. I can't disclose my current location.
So I am drinking a bottle that's not maybe necessarily a fancy design, but it is definitely bold and eye-catching.
Yeah,
the classic laddie, sure, yeah,
big time. And I'd have to say, probably that the design alone and that color scheme alone was a huge thing for Bruichladdich, because a lot of their marketing, which we don't get so much up here in Ontario, but a lot of their marketing is based on that color scheme, and it certainly stands out like a sore thumb. You see that color, and you think of classic laddie right away.
Easy deucer.
Hey, Jeremy, are you using like an ancient VCR to transmit your video? Is like the tracking off or something?
I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's awesome.
It's great. No,
and it fits with the background.
Brad is not the only one in the quantum realm, apparently.
Yeah.
No, apparently not.
It just means my presence is growing.
It means that the grand illusion, whatever's powering the real illusion that is Australia, is starting to fail a tiny, tiny bit. And it's just like,
it's all the power outages.
Sketching out a tiny bit.
Yeah, it's throwing everything off.
Yeah. The call center is based in Texas. That's why the power's a bit funny.
Problematic, yeah.
Donner Pass whiskey is having some Anok. That is some good stuff.
That is good stuff. Anok is great.
Yeah,
very
the cutter is nice. Their whole peated series there, named after all of the tools used to harvest the peat and stuff, is I've only had a couple of them, but they've all been fantastic. The peat heart is also a great one.
Peat heart is fantastic.
It is really, really good.
Oh God, that Lottie. Oh, I haven't had it.
Lottie's great, yeah.
There's nothing bad you can say about it. It's kind of like Buna 12. Like, it's just super, super easy to drink. You still get that note in there that lets you know you're still on Isla. But it's just a real nice, easy drinker. You can't say a bad thing about it. And if you do,
I mean, I will.
I could probably think of something.
Sure.
it's not peated. Number one.
There you go.
There is that, I guess.
Is the void alive? No.
No.
Dude, if you can observe the void, it is alive. But you can't observe the void.
Listen, I'm not Schrodinger's void, okay?
No, because you can't be observed. Therefore, you can't solve that conundrum.
Wait, so I'm a quantum dinger cat? Is that what we're saying?
Sure.
Cool. I'll be a quantum dinger cat. I like that.
You're the one that keeps manifesting weird cats that grow and shrink and stuff. So
that would explain a lot.
That would be the second. That would be the second thing that they could have to say about.
right. It's a huge problem in that it's not technically our brain.
There is no. I think I'm way behind on the chat here. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, Dan. I thought you learned already.
Oh. Yeah, Donald, big time. Do you mean like the box or the tube opposed to the bottle inside itself, or do you mean the packaging, the bottle, and the tube? All of that can be cooler than the whiskey itself. Because I agree with both of those.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
My mind went somewhere completely and utterly unrelated and inappropriate.
Yeah, it was tube related, right?
Yeah.
Hive mind.
I'm not in the hive on this one.
No.
Just
fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard, Dan.
Dude,
you might accidentally join the hive, and you don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that. Ever since I changed my name, I get glimpses of it. It's not a fun place.
Nice.
And this week has been especially troubling in the hive mind. Like there's been some unrest.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I agree, Donald. Lots in many cases, certainly with a lot of North American stuff that like some of the bottom shelf stuff in super like that Gold Bar whiskey, like just ridiculous, extravagant, crazy looking, really cool looking. Because the Gold Bar, it doesn't attract me. I would never buy it. It's not something I would display, but it's cool because it's a Gold Bar shaped whiskey in my opinion. Like it's still nothing that's not my cup of tea, but it's cool.
I look at it as being way too kitschy and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not
something. Plate glass window to steal something.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Functional.
And you can do a quick taste test, the quick notes on it before you huck it through.
Yes.
I have a feeling that would be a good type of thing. Yeah, Caribou Crossing. That's do you guys have that down there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Canadian Blanton's bottle.
Probably more accessible for a lot of people.
Yeah, and it almost makes you think like they did. They're like, hey, let's do that, except we'll make our bottle square and we'll throw a moose instead of a horse on there.
Sorry, Dan. It's a caribou, Dan. It's right in the
caribou.
name. Come on,
You son of a
Canadian.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, isn't it?
He's out. He's fired.
Caribou's just a Canadian horse anyway. I don't know what you're going on about.
You
Same
have
thing.
Canadian citizenship.
It's a deer horse.
I mean, kind of.
Gonna brush up on my North American wildlife.
Yeah. By the way, I will take your passport now.
Yeah. You're over. No longer Canadian.
I'll
Don't give your passport to an American these days. They'll use it to get up here.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I definitely need to get my passport photo retaken with that beard that I'm growing.
Sure.
Good.
One thing you can't imitate: the icy blue eyes of an ice crystal.
It's true.
It is true.
Hang on. I think we just all need to leave those two alone now.
Oh, hey, Dan.
Just me and you.
How you doing, bud?
Doing good, pal.
Awesome. So how's that whiskey treating you?
Fantastic.
Oh, I love it. It's great, isn't it? I'm loving this classic body. So smooth.
I'm also loving that classic body.
It's like a dolphin's butthole.
Starting to get fishy in here. So
it's a mammal. It's not a fish.
It's not a fish. God damn. That's why you're not
can
in
you
our
smell
little
the
pack
difference
like
at
that,
that? Can you smell the difference at that distance?
Fair.
No. God.
Oh, sorry. Someone.
Port Charlotte is good stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I clicked something there, so that was me that removed it. Whoever, I'm the world's worst. But yeah, Port
Just
Charlotte
the worst,
is actually
man. Jeez.
a pour that I was gonna have, and this bottle has already been delabeled for my journal, but you still get like I love how cool the bottle is. Obviously, the label would be there, but the back.
That old school medicine bottle.
Yeah, like it's really, this is the kind of, so I've done a lot of excavations before, and this is the kind of old school bottle you dig up from the houses that are from like turn of the century around. So it's really, really neat. I love it. It's got that green, and really, really one of my favorites, because the label is very modern and kind of silly of me not, I have one right behind me. The label is super modern. I know you guys have all seen it. Everyone at home has seen a bottle of Port Charlotte before, whatever the different bottling is, but like a super modern label and then super old school bottle. And I think it's a great combination of the both.
Well, I personally, like I understand why they shifted to clear glass because it was a marketing thing. But I personally do like the darker glasses, like the old greens and stuff. You get it. Didn't realize it's almost the same color as the Jameson's bottle. I'm colorblind. They could be green and brown.
They are nowhere near the same color.
Yeah.
It's definitely quite brown.
The Ardbeg still being in that traditional darker. I like the tinted bottles. I like the tinted bottles a lot.
I like them because they're functional.
Yeah, and it also kind of removes the whole coloring equation because you don't need to fuck with coloring. Because there's not that perception that you need to overcome straight off the bat when you're looking at the shelf.
Yep.
And that's the only time when it really counts in that whole color scheme, right? So, yeah.
I mean, that said, like, you wouldn't want to go completely black like the Octomore because then that's a pain in the ass to see how much you've got.
Oh, and the scratch down the side is a fantastic method. I was joking around kind of recently with somebody, maybe it was Brad, I can't remember who it was, saying that we should invent a cool little whiskey gadget that it's a perfect Octomore scraper, so you can just pull a nice clean line down your Octomore and see how much you've got left.
It's like a crazy euphemism, by the way.
What's that?
So that sounds like a crazy euphemism. It scratches a line right down your Octomore.
We're going after dark early.
Right down your Octomore.
Every episode we get closer and closer to like this is just after dark all the time. There's no difference.
It's my darkness intruding. I'm sorry.
Incidentally, and I say it a lot, I'm just going to say it one more time as I finish it off. I really do love the Jack Daniel's single barrel rye.
Fair.
The Jack Daniel's standard rye is not something that I enjoy at all. It's probably my least favorite Jack Daniel's product I've ever had. And no, I haven't tried any of the flavored stuff, so I can't compare it to that. But for it's $60 up here, so I imagine it's super cheap down there. Can somebody in the States tell me how much Jack Daniel's Single Barrel is? If anybody's seen one around,
I don't know. But Brandon, this isn't Rot Gut Review. We don't always take our shirts off just because we're going after dark.
Not always.
Yeah,
it's the void.
Not always.
Don't.
I mean, the void is probably naked, but whatever.
Don't count it out. But
$30.
Yeah, $30 and the void takes his shirt off.
I think we're mixing our conversations now, but this.
Sorry, I was intent on answering a true question, and I got distracted into nudity. I can't help that.
wow, that is American.
Yeah, Total Wine, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Bourbon Small Bottle. Oh, that's a small bottle. That's a $3.75. I'm sorry. $7.50 is $52.99.
Wow. Okay, so pretty much on par. We're not getting a bad deal then for $60. $60. Anything that's like decent up here is around that mark. So it's not like it's the craziest deal in the world. You can get Rare Breed for around that, Knob Creek Single Barrel and stuff. But it's definitely a Jack product that I really enjoy.
Since we were talking about it, I switched to some Caribou Crossing.
Nice.
The ridiculous knobbly bit is just so good.
Oh, you mean the double horned unicorn horse?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow. Our zoology is really lacking in this chat.
Which is embarrassing for me, but hey.
A wombat would probably kill a caribou. That's all I know.
All right.
I mean, it depends on if it's or not.
Wombats are really hardcore, but
no. They dig a hole. Caribou breaks its leg in the hole. Wombat gets upset that there's a foot in its hole.
A caribou ain't breaking its leg in a hole, dude. Their legs are like fucking.
Wombats rip the diffs out of cars, and that's literally no exaggeration. They will rip the diff out of a car. Pretty sure a caribou's gonna, at least get a big owie.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a little owie.
Oh, it's poor moose knuckle.
Yeah,
Donald,
I would have to agree with you, buddy. And I think Hibiki Harmony is probably the most used infinity bottle that I've ever.
Absolutely.
It's my infinity bottle.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a great looking bottle. It really is. That bottle looks like a decanter. You know what I mean? You take all the labels. That literally looks like you bought a fancy decanter. It's a great looking bottle.
It's what wasn't one of my choices, but it happened to be sitting over here. Yeah, it just looks great once you take the label off and everything.
And is that the 17 as well, Brad?
It is. It's the same bottle. So yeah.
I don't think it is. I think it has more facets.
Oh, it does have more facets, but same style.
What?
Yeah,
The beverage
great
or the bottle?
looking bottle.
Bottle.
The bottle.
Yeah. Not the beverage. Hell no.
And
Anyway.
yes. Also, Greg, you should be making a smoky Dr. Pepper because, I mean, if you're making a smoky Coke and you're enjoying it, you could really turn that into about 1,000 times better with a Dr. Pepper.
It's true.
I'm going to be honest.
Science.
It hurt me to make an oogie with Dr. Pepper originally, but mostly because it was so goddamn enjoyable, but it made it cost prohibitive at the same time.
Yeah.
There is that. Smoky Octomore or Dr. Pepper and Octomore also has that problem.
Good.
It's really good, which is a
super
problem because I want to make more, but I don't really want to because Octomore is not cheap.
I believe if you're in Texas, it's Coke.
It's a variety of Coke.
I'm moving on to the next pretty bottle, and that would be Spice Tree Extravaganza.
Nice.
Ooh,
It is a
nice one,
gorgeous, gorgeous bottle.
That's actually funny because I was just picking that up.
Yes.
Is it funny or is it planned?
Well, it might be planned because my next dram is this beauty.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
And like, it really is super detailed. every part of the label. There's all these tiny little intricacies that you don't see until you really look. Like I've spent a good 15 minutes before just cruising the label and checking it out.
I mean, it's better for like, tens of thousands of dollars of design.
Sure.
Yeah.
They do put a lot of money into the design work.
They do.
It pays off because they look great.
I love it. And from everything like the Delilah's, the only reason I don't have the Delilah's here is because I can't reach it right now without moving a bunch of shit. But it's one of my favorites because it really, it's I think it's the label that most shoves it in the face of the Scotch Association because it's very not Scotch looking.
Oh, so it's the punk rocker in you coming out.
Yeah, super duper. Like it's very, anti-establishment, and the whole notion of it has that feel, and I really, really like that.
Let's be honest. They just have a buttload of fun doing this to the rules.
Yeah,
the rules and established perception just get a good double fister.
Hey.
And they know how. What is it? Is it something in Tobias, the one with the bell in it?
Yeah.
Like
juveniles.
Juveniles. Yeah. Which is beautiful, but it's not just face value fun either. Like the actual product. Holy shit! Does it not just stand on its own 2 feet and go, "This is what it should be"? Like. Freaking hats off, Mr. John. Like, you are fantastic at this shit.
By the way,
oh my god,
Extravaganza, always and forever for me, is just apricot for days on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, pure apricot. Like, I have given that bottle, people be like, smell it. And they're like, what is that? I'm like, apricot. And then their eyes just go wide and they're like, oh.
Yeah, apricot for days. And this is an older bottle too, so it's definitely been waiting a while, and it's still just apricot.
Oh, I like this so much more now that it's got some age on it.
Yeah,
nice.
This is correct. I am officially a year older than Brad for at least a dozen of weeks or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
many days, dozens and dozens of days at the very least.
Yep. And then there's the young folks underneath.
Sir,
I'm 23. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're too, sir.
Well, 23 next month.
Yeah.
What?
Everybody's lying.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not 23, and you can tell by how long it takes me to get up from this chair.
But by that standard, I've been 80 for decades.
You know what? We're as young as we feel we are, right, guys?
80 it is.
I'm eternity then.
And yeah, Brad and I are 82 babies. Next year is going to be a year that we'll ignore.
Those are cool.
Doesn't count. We're a year behind now. We have an extra year, right? Everything's stalled for a year.
It's still
so
not.
It doesn't count. Yeah, it doesn't count.
Did we
go
through
a whole extra year? It's fine.
We went through a blip. That's what happened.
Yep.
A 4-year blip. What?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Oh my god.
You the okay there, bud?
Yeah, this flaming heart is so
like you went
so good.
You went away for a second.
Oh, it is. This is every time. How much do I have left of this thing, man?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Never enough.
Never enough.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Still not enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
mine is almost empty too. I've been cherishing it.
He does do haze pours, so
true.
Yeah, this bottle's to about there. I've had it for a very, very long time.
Yeah, at least a couple more years. It's fine.
Got another year out of it.
I need some sample bottles so I can start filling up stuff and sending some stuff out.
You've got my address, Dan. It ain't happening. Stupid shipping laws and taxes. And
seriously,
man, I wish
you'd have so much.
It's unbelievable.
Stupid laws always getting in the way of the fun.
Damn you, legislation.
I want to
Well,
drive
really,
my car.
it's really the LCBO. They kind of dictate that sort of stuff in the province, and obviously the government's quite keen to sign off on that type of legislation because, oh, what? You're giving us $1 billion every year? Yeah, okay. But
What makes up Flaming Heart? Well,
this
does
edition,
depend on the release, I believe.
yeah.
it does. It absolutely does depend on the release.
It does, but it's Compass Box, so they'll literally just tell you exactly what's in it.
But it might be weird, like a distillery on Pier Road.
Right. Sometimes they legally can't say the distillery. It's like, well,
Here we go.
there's one distillery on this tiny island. We can't say the name of it, but it's over there somewhere.
We'll
Let's
give
see
you
if
the
I can do
exact
this.
address.
Right.
Let's see if I can do this. Flaming Heart is part of the company's limited edition range, composed of single malts sourced from distilleries, primarily from the south shore of Islay, the village of Barora Highlands. It is matured in a combination of refilled American oak, ex-bourbon, new French oak, heavily toasted, and sherry casks. Just like the rest of this Compass Box range, it is non-chill filtered. So if it's coming from Islay, it used to be Ardbeg. Now it's...
I think it's Kalila.
Kalila now, yep.
Okay, ready? I've got the actual breakdown of this release. It is 7.5% Spice Tree Extravaganza.
Oh, look at that.
It is 39.5% Kalila Refill Barrel.
Klein Leash is the next one.
5.7% Klein Leash. 10.9% Klein Leash. So it's the 10.9% is a recharred hogshead. And this 5.7% is a refill hogshead. And then it is 28.7% Deanston.
Oh, careful.
And I honestly get so little of that. It tastes like it's a pure Islay. There's also 7.7% Highland malt blend from the custom French oak cask. But certainly the Kalila lending an awful lot of the peat. I'm imagining the Klein Leash has a bit in there. But way peatier than you would think for having only that amount, roughly half or a little more of it being peated, but it's fantastic.
The topper that was the 8-bit, did that begin with an A or a C?
I didn't see the 8-bit part of it. What's on the other side?
Whiskey.
Oh.
I want to say that was...
A? It would have been the first one you did for me.
The very first pour that I did was...
A, right?
A. S.
S.
A.
There's no S.
A.
Okay, A. Cool. Like, there is no S.
Incidentally...
Well, there is...
Yeah, I know, I get it, but, like, that's not where I was going.
8-bit topper was really cool.
Yeah.
It was like a huge departure from all of them so far. Like, looking at it, it obviously sticks out like a sore thumb amongst the rest of them. But
I think my favorite ones were the ones that you could actually like see through.
The Glencairn.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Yeah,
the
good,
Glencairn, the see-through Glencairn, that's really neat. But my favorite is the straight up the eagle and the bear, the kind of native design.
Yeah, my favorite's the Barrigle.
The Barrigle is good.
Yeah, the Barrigle's good.
Barrigle's a fun one.
The Barrigle's probably
glad that worked out.
Probably my favorite one.
I think I still have probably like 3 or 4 of those kicking around.
I know you have at least one put aside.
I think we have like a good like.
You have a stash, don't you?
We do.
Yeah, I left a stash with them, so they probably have some.
We have a stash.
I didn't know.
I've given one to very kind Scottish man. Do you remember that, Brad? And I told you I passed.
Oh, did you give it to Ralphie?
It wasn't Ralphie. It was another really nice Scottish man who I met at a football match in one of the owners' boxes, real fancy. And he started talking about Scotch, and he said, "Oh, well, how would you pronounce this?" and help me out. And I was pronouncing everything. He's like, "Okay, you're not bullshitting me." I'm like, "No, I'm not bullshitting you at all." Like, I'm not. So we ended up drinking a couple, whatever they were, Glenfiddich 12, stuff they would have at the North American Sports Stadium.
Apple juice.
I sent him away with that, and I told him how it's my buddy had these made, and he had this little gathering and so on and so forth. He was blown away. He's like, "I'm gonna cherish this." I'm like, "Oh, awesome, fantastic." He has multiple different houses in many different islands. Got a house in Orkney. Got a house he was I was just like drooling when he was talking to me. I was like, "But I want to live with you. I will do anything you want. I will follow you around, and then this is for free. I just want to be with you. You don't have to pay me. I'll live outside in the doghouse.
Adopt me, please."
Dan, you're a sub.
Yeah.
Look, you do what you got to do for whiskey sometimes.
Hell yeah, man.
We have nearly
zero
13,
judgments.
We have nearly 1,300 subs.
And
it's just one of them.
Hey Graham, thanks for coming, buddy. And I know you got it pretty good out there for the sled. As far as snow goes, you probably are set for a while. So glad to have you back home safe and enjoying a dram with us.
So I'm moving on in drams. Speaking of, I'm going to a Compass Box release, shocker of shockers, but it's a Flaming Heart. It just happens to be a different one.
Is that the original one, the one that you really liked with the no?
No, I think this is the fifth
or fourth.
I think it's fifth. I think.
What year? Do you know when you got it? I know that doesn't matter.
I have no idea, man. There's too many bottles. I don't remember that.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
Bottled 2015.
Okay, so yeah, that is the fifth, I believe.
You have the fifth.
He's holding out on you. He's got other bottles. I think it was this week. Yeah, no, it must have been this week because it was around my birthday. Congratulations to the Silver Fox guys. They got best class white spirit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me because it is great.
So, hang on. I just had to goggle it. They're 4 peppercorns release. So, it's super interesting.
They've won quite a few. Yeah, 4 peppercorns. It's literally like you're going to tell me that's not going to be the best Caesar you've ever had. And Mark is really, really, really good at making flavors and making taste. So
they got the Silver Fox Distillery 4 peppercorns, best in class white spirit. The fruit tropical thunder liqueur got bronze. The white, their straight white spirit was a silver, I think. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, they did very, very well for it. Mark's been on the channel. Really top dude. And what is it? Wow. That's really only a couple of years that they've.
Not even like a year and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say not even that.
Like they're barely started.
It was this time last year, really, when they started to actually ramp into production. Because there was all that issues getting the power in and everything like that. So yeah,
like they haven't been around long enough to release a whiskey yet because it has to age. Like they literally haven't had enough time.
It'll be a while. It'll be a while, but that's awesome. That is awesome. And you can get an okay white spirit to make an okay whiskey, but you need a damn good base spirit to make a damn good whiskey.
There's a very solid chance that their whiskey is going to be phenomenal because they're starting out on the right foot for sure.
Yep, aging can fix or finishing can fix a lot of sins, but if you're starting out with damn good product to start with,
and I have to ask him. I wonder if he filled up that sherry cask. He had a sherry cask there, waiting to be filled in the distillery, but. Probably, Jesus, it's been over a year. and it smelled so good. Just the cat just smelling the bung was fantastic. And if you want to quote me on that,
they've barreled their first.
Definitely going to be quoting that forever.
Yep. So they barreled their first whiskey on October the 26th, 2020. And it is corn, barley, and rye. It went into the barrel at 64% ABV.
It's going to be a tasty one.
Yeah.
I'm switching to the Glenlivet Code, which I just think the ridiculously impossible to read bottle and the weird indent and thing.
Is a really cool looking bottle. Super cool looking bottle.
What do you do?
Dan.
All right. Dan likes smelling bungholes, Dave.
Wow.
Dan loves a good bunghole.
I mean, Jeremy, come on now. Who doesn't like a good bunghole? Like,
so 10, 5th edition.
I can take it.
It is 38.5%. I give up.
It is 35%.
No, I'm done.
I'm done.
There's a lot of aggressiveness.
Hey, you called it. And listen, if you went through what I went through today, it might be a little aggressive.
Hey, big guy.
Relax. Smell a bunghole or something. Chill out.
Tell it to him. Come
Why
on.
is he staring at me? Stop staring at me. Don't stare at me, Floof.
Charles, that's between
no judging, Charles. This is a no judgment zone.
That fucker doesn't blink. Look at him.
I know. He is
so blinking. It's a floof.
So anyway.
Oh, there was a wink. That's
5th edition Flaming Heart. It is 38.5% Cold Ela in refill American oak, aged for 14 years. And then it's 27.1% Cold Ela in the same cask, but for 30 years. And then it's 24.1% Kleinleash that was aged for 20 years in rejuvenated American oak hogsheads. And then the final 10.3 is a 7-year-old blend of Kleinleash and I can't pronounce those. 2 other distilleries, like a little hybrid mix that they did.
Nice.
We have a Weddle.
We do. Hey, Weddle.
Yeah. Sorry, I was doing research. I wasn't paying attention to anything.
Always good to have a Weddle.
Yeah, and I believe good reason to raise a glass to the Weddle, too. So,
absolutely.
To you, bud.
For sure.
To Weddle.
That was so funny. I really, honestly, I know this is probably the most stated sentence in the last 6 months in the history of the planet, but I really can't wait until we can see people in person.
So much is
eventually.
I'm telling you, there's going to be this gigantic cast strength party, everyone. Brad is throwing it. It's going to be this big, gigantic pool party,
just like the last gathering I had. I'll put my name on it, get other people to organize it, get most of the credit. It'll be great.
But just remember when you're at the party and a deep, dark chill creeps into your bones, that just means I arrived.
Oh, I already know you're there.
Yep, you have to embrace the chill. Don't be scared because it turns to a comforting chill if that is.
Does it?
Something that makes sense for me.
It's only when he shows you his ice blue eye.
I'm a Cyclops now?
No, that's just how close you get.
Right. I'm totally going to put together a gathering. It's at Dave's house.
Yeah.
There's
Brad's
plenty of places
on and it's at Dave. Bam.
Hang on a second. So
can't go wrong.
Do pants need to be worn, or is that like when we normally meet up? Like I don't know.
It seems like an optional thing. I don't know.
Pants never need to be worn.
Okay. No. They need to be with you.
On my head. Gotcha.
I don't care where. They just need to be with you. If there's an emergency,
yes. Pants do not need to be worn, but they need to be on your person.
So You need to have pants and know where your towel is and drink whiskey. Gotcha.
Exactly.
They're
Right
good
now,
snacks.
Graham, I think you could probably sled all the way here uninterrupted.
Right now you could, yeah.
Right now, yeah, sleds are, and I'm sure it's the same for you out there, Graham. But my town, I'm right on the outskirts of the
Pants.
north of me, it's nothing but sleds and snowmobiles. So it's been pretty hardcore the past few days. Definitely see more sleds.
Pants adjacent. Yes,
Pants
exactly.
adjacent.
Good to know.
You know where your pants are.
I'm going to wear a skirt on my head.
Whatever.
That's awesome, Graham. It's such beautiful country. That big stretch there.
That would be a fun trip, actually.
Yeah.
I have a sled dog for all of the sledding I do, and it's at a size that is appropriate to the amount of sledding I do.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He's also gone to sleep. It's a fucking hard life you lead, dog.
We got some
Sir, the tails go in the back. No, they don't.
cake going on.
Now that I don't know if that's technically true, Richard, but
It's uphill for me.
Everything's uphill for you, bud.
Everything's uphill for you.
I'm going to move on to my last picked whiskey
Ooh,
for the evening.
I'm still really.
Not because it's a pretty bottle, but also Christina kind of nailed it on the head because we're gonna do some of that too.
Yep.
good call.
Perseverance.
It is more appropriate than any whiskey that we are having for the actual theme. So there you
Why
go.
don't we just do this? Because it makes it easier for everyone to see then.
Oh, then don't do that.
And you know what?
Make it easy for 'em.
It is a neat label.
It is.
Like it's not something that, again, from across the room you look and you're like, oh, that's neat. Let me go look at that. But when you look at it, like it's pretty awesome.
It is.
So it does kind of tie in.
What we'll do is we'll get everyone just to look for, and if you look really closely at the tiny details there,
hard bag.
That's fantastic.
Growing. Oh, no.
that tiny detail, right? Can you see it?
You're putting that on for way too short.
Oh,
That'll be one of these days. It's just going to be the whole stream.
I was gonna say, like, the next time, like, we're having some kind of scheduling conflict, we'll just leave that up for the whole stream.
I was going to say, you remember the Vito bathtub video that went for, what was it, 10 minutes?
Oh,
Yeah,
How
10 or 12
can I
minutes.
forget?
Something like that, yeah.
it's emblazoned into my memory.
It's the music, isn't it?
Yeah, oh my god.
Just way too short of a loop for that video.
No, well, we could put that music over it.
Sure.
No,
That would definitely help.
no.
Okay. Did you have random things much like the Vito video just cropping into frame?
That would be fun, actually.
I'm gonna move
Yes,
on.
Kilko. Yes, Kilko. You should pour some art bag.
Should do
Yes. Awesome.
Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
I want some.
I'm moving on to this little gem.
that. Ooh, that
And
sounds good.
all of the elements bottles are neat because they've got the whole scientific. Now this one, the peat, doesn't have the symbol like the other ones do, like the periodic table.
What's its
really
weight, Dan?
Pardon me.
What's
The
its atomic
atomic
weight,
weight
Dan?
of peat.
Because,
I don't know.
because you know why? Because it is so out of this world. It doesn't belong on a table.
That's right. But it's really neat. They're awesome bottles. Obviously, the one downside is that it's a 500 mil,
Yeah.
but it's also priced appropriately. And for a 59.3% Isla blend, it's priced super duper well. But yeah, that's what I'm getting into.
I guess I'll get into my last one too. Can't have a list like this without an Octomore.
Yeah.
Because those bottles are just
Yep, they are iconic, super
especially the
recognizable.
frosted.
I love the frosted ones.
Because you can still see how much whiskey is in there.
Yeah. The shoulder's a little bit harsh at first, but as an overall visual design, though, it's
Listen,
fantastic.
Oh,
with enough bravery and lube, Jeremy, anything is possible.
The one thing that I was disappointed with is the 10-year Octomore, my favorite. It's a jam. The tin is silver, and I don't like that. I love the black tins a lot. I really do. So the silver tin was like...
Did that happen?
move along.
Yes, we don't discuss that.
Move along.
We're moving along.
This isn't the discussion you're looking for.
Oh, look, it's much simpler in the Church of Smoke. There's a lot less politics.
Oh, Brad, did you mention what that was?
Oh, it is the 9.3, I think. Yeah, 9.3.
I still have waiting for the occasion from you, Graham. Graham sent some 7.3, which is not a bad Octomore.
As opposed to all of the horrible Octomores that there are.
7.3 is definitely, from my experience, in everyone's top 3 favorite Octomore of all time.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah.
It's there. It's waiting.
Ooh, that was a nice pop.
Oh,
that
I missed
had,
it.
Bass.
Oh, I'm
Bass and
sorry. I
reverb.
did something. Never mind. Oh, you mean Christina's? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. No, not your shoulder, dude. That was a different pop.
That wasn't my shoulder. 8.3. All right.
We're just gonna have to label these streams after dark from now on, aren't we? That's just.
I mean,
Whoa. It's after dark somewhere in the world.
It's true.
You know that we take this as a challenge.
okay, fine. It'll be Hypno Dolphin next time.
Nice.
It'll have to be a Hypno Leprechaun to have power over Donald.
Okay, how about a Hypno Leopard Dolphin?
Boom. Now that's a no fail. Like, that's a guarantee.
Man, I can just see it now. Green Dolphin.
Damn it,
Green
Graham, I
Dolphin.
haven't had any of the 11s yet. Oh,
Green Dolphin, Red Beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I show this?
I'm really. I would love to have one of the 11s because 11 is my number. Oh yeah, such a great.
get into the Flaming Heart. That's good.
Yeah. And that's not even a label, right? That's embossed onto the.
Yeah.
That's it's like a silk screen.
Yeah.
So the label on this one is an actual label, but it's raised. Like the whole thing is raised and textured. All of the it's almost as if it was an oil paint.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
great. Yes.
Yeah.
Good idea. He probably wouldn't sue us or anything, so it'll be fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is in the background. Clearly,
Nope,
we couldn't
can't
see their face, so there's no way that they can come after us legally.
Yeah, Donald, that's one that I was looking at. Oh, Jesus.
That Flaming Heart was actually a 15th anniversary for Compass Box.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Really awesome one that I have. I don't have the bottle here, but I have some of the whiskey of the new Peat Monster Arcana. That bottle is really cool looking. They turned the Peat Monster into a tree.
Nice.
And
I have seen that one. It is pretty cool looking.
really cool looking. Like, you gotta hand it to them.
I almost cracked open the 10th anniversary Peat Monster I have for tonight. When it was like the first time they did the full color Peat Monster.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Like the normal label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you remember? Oh shit! It's going to be a while ago when we were talking to Robert Licorice one day, and he had framed the bottle design for Texas Legation, and it had like the like a pencil art drawing of the bottle shape, and then it had a large version of the label and stuff. I would almost pay good money for the compass box version of some of those.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Like just as a bit of artwork to put on the wall, like it is up there.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
10-year.
The 10-year-old Octomore, the second release, is by far my favorite Octomore. I love it. It's absolutely heavenly.
It is amazing.
So
I haven't had
gone-
the 11s, any of them, so I can't compare. But the 10
That's
year is
also true.
phenomenal.
I haven't had the 11s to compare, but the 10-year I know is absolutely remarkable. It is a magical dram.
Give it time, dude, because I know for here we're about a year behind on the compass box releases, but we do get ample lots. And it could just be with all of the political, tariffy, all of that other shit happening on the continent that does affect everyone there. It could just be that.
But you guys also had Wee Beastie months before us out there, Graham. You guys had the black, I believe, or sorry, the black you had out there for a while before us. Oh yeah, he's getting angry. That's an angry kitty.
He is.
He's hate eating. He is hate eating that popcorn.
That's fish corn, man.
It is. Sorry. Yep. Clearly fish corn. I'm an idiot.
It's a fish corn and a thick shake.
Right.
Is it fish corn or pop fish?
Oh, no, I'd say it's fish corn, isn't it?
Like popcorn fish, like you get popcorn chicken.
Yeah. Oh, it could be popcorn fish. Yeah, popcorn fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's definitely a fish shake.
Anything at all, Greg? Like you don't have even, well, see, they're not spectacular. But like there's got to be something there maybe that you didn't know was compass box. Have you ever seen stuff called, what is it, the artist blends, the Great King Street?
Yeah, King Street.
Those are pretty decent. They're for up here, they're the most readily available. But that's again, I understand. I know how it is with regions and are you from out east, Richard?
Oh, Richard, amazing.
Yeah. Are you from somewhere on the East Coast? Talking about cod cheeks. How many times does that mean? I'm not even going to touch the fucking chat anymore.
Are you
Just Dan fiddling with
learning that now, Dan?
It's taken Dan 4 weeks to get back into a groove.
He's in Nova Scotia. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, cod cheeks pretty good. Yeah, the Great Street Glasgow, or was it the
Glasgow blend's the peated one?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
there's a few different ones now.
Yeah, the Glasgow blend I love. That's a great one. If that's like so, funny story. Went to this liquor store to pick up a bottle the other night, a very specific Ardbeg bottle. And while I was there, a couple guys, it was a father and a son, were trying to find a whiskey. And the dude that worked there was like, "Here, have the Willet." And the guys are like, "What does it taste like?" He's like, "It's good." And like, here, it was his last bottle of it. And he was just trying to push it on him. So like, I kind of like paid for my bottle. And I'm like, "Can you hold this for a second?" They're like, "Sure." I go over there. I'm like, "Hey guys, what do you like?" And they ended up taking home a Compass Box Artist Blend because they
all just break up for me or just him.
What's that?
It all went. Okay. It all went to Robot for me.
Australian internet need upgrades.
Just you.
So, but they ended up going home with an Artist Blend to
Excellent.
introduce them into the world of Scotch.
Beautiful, and you've done your duty.
Man, I poops too.
Crazy thing with the black art. So up here in a few places, black art 4.1 was available up until as early as a couple months ago. Still in stock, black art 4.1. You could get it out west, a couple places. And then all of a sudden, 5 sold out, 6 sold out, 7 sold out. I think we're on 8 now. and like it's pretty much sold out, and like the 4 is long gone, and like it just kind of went on a big boom that I chalk up to the popularity of that documentary that's on Prime Video that focuses on Jim and culminates in the black art.
Sure.
And they really focus on that being, you know, the whole the pinnacle of the film, if you will, as far as a whiskey product goes. Ooh.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know what the new art bag actually was. I haven't looked anything into it. So it's X-Rye cask. That's nice.
Indeedy doo dah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, because the great thing about good peated whiskey is that it really works well with all kinds of casks. Like it really does. Like I think there's a little more, and I'm basing this on nothing, okay, other than me talking. I just feel there's a little more forgiveness there. You know what I mean? Like I've had some non-peated wine cask whiskeys that I kind of really turned me the wrong way. But I've never had a peated wine cask finished whiskey that I didn't absolutely love to death. And sure, I'm biased. Okay, it's peated, but I don't know. Cask finished peated is great. That's my point here, folks. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's the whole point.
Add peat to almost anything, and it makes it better. So you know.
Yeah. That's
Doesn't matter what you're finishing it in.
Yep.
That's not a lie. Peat is life.
What 1-1?
Did someone just ban
ban?
DJ 11 from the chat real quick?
Yeah.
No,
I haven't seen 1-1 in ages, man.
Yeah.
And
So you know what? No, you're good. I'll give it to him.
Banned for
Dan's got no power.
DJ 11 is good.
Yeah, no.
People. He doesn't need to be banned.
guess who's the mod? Guess
He'll
who's
be like,
Put you in time now. Done.
You have
Guess
no
what was a
power here.
Inky Void over here is also a mod.
Gandalf the
so's
Grey.
the pro.
All right.
So
Well,
You
we
shall not pass.
don't want to step on Ed's stream too much. They're talking about American malts and stuff today.
Oh, okay. It is that time. So
It is that time.
Is-
I think the best way that we can finish out is here's to